Hi JHFO violin players. So this is going to be our final video. This is going to include a lot of scales. So hopefully you've been able to watch the scales I made for the MYPO Elementary Honor Orchestra audition for C major, G major, D major, A major. Those are 1 or 2 octave videos depending on what you can do on your instrument without shifting. If you're able to do this shifting, you should be able to figure out that on your own. But if you need an additional video for the shifting, please let me know and I will make that. But this one is going to do all of the scales after A on this sheet. So follow the sheet with me. For auditions, you do need to have it memorized, but for practice sake, use your music until you can play it without the music, okay? So we're gonna do E major, which is our last sharp scale. Then we're gonna go to the flats, F major, B flat, E flat, and A flat, okay? So everything on here, I will play, all the shifts I will talk about. If you have not learned shifting in my orchestra class, if you're in 6th period yet, I want you to practice just like our vibrato technique. It's very similar, except you're moving the whole hand. So you're not just moving your fingers and leaving your thumb behind. Everything moves up, including the thumb, okay? And when you feel comfortable, of course, hopefully vibrato's made it easy so you're not grabbing on with this hand. You're able to shift very easily. Then you want to practice going to 3rd position and creating a muscle memory. That's going to be your most often used shift. So I'd start on the A string. That's most commonly the string you're going to shift on for violin. So you're going to be on B on the A string, first finger, lift up for ghost sound. When you get to the 3rd position, which is where your D is on the A string, you'll drop your finger down. You should have a ringing sound. You can check it with open D. Make sure the D's match and then go back down. I would warm up with 4 or 5 of those shifts every day before you even practice your scale. See if you can do it with your eyes closed so you have that muscle memory. Make sure your hand is facing into the violin. If it's facing this way, you're gonna shift way too high. If it's facing in, you can go right until it bumps. That's your 3rd position, okay? It also helps you play better in tune that way. All right, so we're gonna get started. Quick tip about all the scales. And they're gonna just randomly call out a scale on your audition. Okay, so let's start with the sharp scales, okay? If they say, all right, we're gonna play A major, how will you know what's sharp? You're gonna go down 1 letter from the name of the scale in the musical alphabet. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. If you go down from A, down 1 letter, you're on the letter G. Okay, whatever that letter is that's down 1 from the name of the scale, that's your last sharp. If you know your order of sharps, fat cows go dancing around every barn, you know that F comes first, C is second, G is 3rd. Well, if G is the last sharp, you know there's only 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. So if you're saying your names of your notes, you start on an A, and you play all the letters regular except for F, you play sharp, C, you play sharp, G, you play sharp. So A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Okay, we can do easily 2 octaves without shifting. If you're good at shifting, you might be able to do a 3-octave scale on A, okay? Just for reference, I can make a 3-octave video later if you're interested. This is gonna be the one off the scale sheet, 2 octaves. All right, so we're gonna play the rhythm. Da, ba, 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 ba. Okay, I'm gonna go just a little slower for practice sake. 1, 2, and ready, go, and so practice that on repeat. This is an easy one to remember because it's got the whole steps between all the fingers on the bottom 2 strings and then the top 2 strings. are all 2 and 3 are connected. Yeah. Okay, so that's your pattern on A major. All right, E major, let's use the tip I gave you. Go down 1 letter from E, A, B, C, D, E. If you go down from E, you get to D. D is the last sharp, order of sharps. Fat cows go dancing. Oh, we have 4 sharps now. F, C, G, and D. All right, this one has a shift because I am not a fan of the fingering in this music. I'm going to teach you a different finger pattern that I think is much easier. So I would take your pencil and I would, I'm going to grab a pencil here, cross out the fingers in your part. It's telling you to shift to 3rd position. And if you're not comfortable with shifting, you can play a 1 octave scale, and that's better than nothing. But they're wanting you to shift on the A, on the E string here. I would cross that out. I'm gonna do that right now, and I'm gonna put a 1st finger on the B. That way you don't have to do this weird 4-4 at the top. Yeah. You can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then you're just gonna go back. So you're gonna go from 3rd finger on the E string, the dash line, like the minus sign, that means a shift. So 3 on A, shift to B on the E string, that's 4th position. It's a different position, so you have to practice shifting to that. But then once you get that, it's pretty easy. And then same thing on the way down. It makes it way easier to play the scale that way. So the finger pattern, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, D sharp, C sharp, B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E, D sharp, C sharp, B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E. All right, this video is getting a little long, so I think I'm gonna just end with this and the sharp scales, and then the next video is gonna be all about the flat scales, okay? All right, so we're gonna play E major. Ba, 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 ba. Eventually you wanna go faster, but we're gonna start a slower speed for right now. Ready and go. Shift to B. D sharp. So this one is actually the same pattern as the A major. It just starts 1 string higher. It's got to the 1, 2, 3 highs. And then this one is the regular. And then we shift. And 3 and 4 will be the only half step up in 4th position. Okay? And then you can practice your 4th position shifts. 4th position, you're gonna have to open your hand a little bit to get a little higher. If you keep it closed, you're not gonna be able to get there. So you'll have to open a little to reach that, okay? Let me know if you have any questions, and the next video will be all about the flat scales. Happy practicing.